Hey guys, I just wanted to make a quick informal video about this RTV mod, gasket mod, whatever you want to call it. I get a lot of questions about how to mitigate gas while shooting suppressed. Most of it's coming through the charging handle. This seems to be the best way that I've found. You essentially just create a gasket on the back of the charging handle and that blocks a bunch of those gases. It costs about $7 to do it. I do think that you can do it on any charging handle, but I think the Geisley is the best due to this high shelf and I guess just the geometry of how this is made back here. I use it on every rifle that I've got. It's really cheap, really easy. So I'll just walk you through how I do it. All right, so everything you're going to need to do this, you're going to need some, I'm using Q-tips, but toothpicks would probably work, just something small. You could potentially break if you need to. I've just got some Hops 9, some high temp gasket maker. This is Permatex. If the red bothers you, I'm sure there are other colors. You're going to need some type of a wax. I'm using boot wax, and also you'll need a sharp knife, scalpel, X-Acto knife. So to get started, let's go ahead and make sure we're unloaded. All right. So you are going to want to separate your upper and lower receiver, pull out your charging handle, clean your charging handle really good, and clean the inside of this, your charging handle channel right here. That's clean. We'll set aside, grab our upper receiver, clean all in here. All right, once you're here, you need to apply a release agent to your upper receiver. For that, I'm using the boot wax. So all you've got to do, get a Q-tip or something else similar. You can use a heat gun, or I've got a hobby torch right here. You just want to hit this, get it hot enough. It doesn't need to be scorching hot, but you just want it to be hot enough that the wax will melt on it whenever it comes into contact. Get some wax and just go to town, really. You want all of it to be covered in wax. You don't want any of the gasket maker to stick to this. Make sure you get this lip really good. Hit it with a little more heat if you need to. Once that's good and coated, you want to reassemble your upper receiver and attach it to the lower. All right, now that we got our rifle back together, you lock your charging handle to the rear. I'm actually going to use some acetone to re-clean this charging handle. So any of that wax that got on there during reassembly, I want to make sure that's off. I want to make sure all the oils are stripped off of it. This is a pro tip for you guys that are married or have girlfriends. They always have acetone with their nail stuff. So just go find it and you really never have to buy it again. All right. So then you want to open up your gasket maker I found this stuff does not really store very well. It's kind of a one-time use type deal. So to get the most out of it, I like to do, 3 or 4 charging handles at one time. So you want to clip your end off of this little tip that it comes with. Try and keep the hole pretty small. So you basically want to fill this in all the way up to the top of this shelf. If it's kind of ugly and it hangs over the sides, that's inevitable. We're going to clean it up after it hardens. So once you're here, you've got it all filled into the shelf. Let me spin this around. So you got this completely filled in. What I like to do is break a Q-tip in half. You're going to release your charging handle. And then right before it clicks into place, you want to jam this down there so it doesn't go any further. So just jam anything in there to keep it from latching. And that'll get you a good, nice seal. So now that we're here, let it sit for 24 hours and we'll revisit it and clean it up tomorrow. All right, so it's about 24 hours later. This is fully cured. Go ahead and release our bolt. Take out our charging handle. This is what it should look like. You'll notice a little bit got stuck to the receiver. That'll be easy for us to clean off though. So then once you have it out, just get your X-Acto knife and try and do long, clean cuts. It will just make it look better. So I'm just going to glide it right on the top of the charging handle. Just like that. Clean up these other little areas. You can kind of make this look as good or not good as you want. It doesn't really matter. It's really just aesthetics at this point. All right, so once you have that nice and cleaned up, now we want to clean our upper receiver, and you can really just use your fingernail. Scrape that stuff off. Once you have most of that scraped off, we want to get that wax off. So just wipe what you can see. Reassemble our upper receiver. Whenever you smack it like that, you're going to make sure it goes into battery. Come back, release our charging handle. Make sure it catches. If it doesn't, you may have to go through here and just trim a little bit off of this wall. I might have to do that. Here, first, I'm going to go through the top of here and just cut this excess off. See if that made a difference. I think that's good. That'll work. So yeah, now you're done.